Hey guys, what's up? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we'll be doing episode 5 of Mechanics. This series is all about showing you flash tricks if the champion has them, or just showing you some cool tips and tricks with them. And in this series, we'll be going through every champion in the game, as every champion has something unique about them and only they can do. And today we'll be going over the champions Galio, Gangplank, Garen, Gnar, Gragas, Graves, Hecarim, and Heimerdinger, which is all the champions from GDH. So with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so the first champion we're going to be doing is Galio, and the first trick is going to be with his E with flash. So the trick goes something like you're going to want to use your E and then you're going to flash. So the point of this trick is that it's going to catch your enemy off guard since you're casting it in a position where it looks like it's not going to hit. But once they see that you flash, it's going to hit them and catch them off guard, and they won't have enough reaction time to dodge it. So it's much better than casting your E after you flash since there is a small window of time to react to it. The next trick is going to be with Galio's ultimate. The same concept is applied from his Righteous Gust, and so the combo goes something like you're going to want to use your R and then flash. This is probably going to be one of Galio's most useful tricks as it is his way of initiating team fights. Again, there is zero reaction time to react to this since you're casting it in a way it won't hit them, but once they see that you flash onto them, there's no way out of it. The next champion we're going to be going over is Gangplank. So he doesn't have that much cool tricks since he doesn't have any skill shots or like any unique kind of mechanic inside of him. But he does have a trick which is kind of fun to know but not the most useful. And basically what it is if you use your Q and it has an AoE effect like Tiamat or Frostborn Glove, the enemies that are killed by the AoE effect from Parley will give you bonus gold. As you can see here in slow motion, I killed 2 enemies with 1 Parley, which ends up giving me double the bonus gold, which I usually obtain. So as you can see, it's a very interesting trick, but not that useful since 7 extra gold or 9 gold or whatever isn't that much impactful into the game. Next up is Garen, and well, since again he is a simple champion, the only trick I can really show you is that if he casts his ultimate right before the enemy flashes or dashes away, it'll hit them no matter what as long as you cast a spell. There used to be a trick or bug where you can queue up your R while you're spinning, so even if they flash like 2 seconds before you ulted, it would still hit them, but they actually took that out, so that kind of sucks. And I guess I'm gonna verbally tell you another trick, which is you can use your Tiamat while spinning so you can do extra damage if you want to, but I think you guys already knew that, so I won't include that. The next champion we're going to be talking about is Gnar, and the first time I played Gnar on the PBE, he actually had a lot of tricks when he was going into Mini Gnar into Big Gnar, but they actually took out how you could cast spells when you're Mini Gnar going into Big Gnar when you're using your E, and so you can't do those tricks anymore. But nonetheless, there are still a few tricks with Gnar that you probably didn't know. So the first one is if you throw your Q while in Mini Gnar form, if you let it go backwards and don't catch it, it's actually a farther range than the original Q. So say if you want to try and snipe someone, you could do so. But I mean, if they do see it coming, it's not going to be that useful. But it's still a trick nonetheless. The next tricks I want to be showing is in Big Gnar form. And so basically every time you cast your W, there's a delay between after casting your spell and your next auto attack. So if you are thinking about chaining your W and then an auto attack right after, I wouldn't recommend it since there's a short delay. So what I do recommend is that you cast your W and instead of doing an auto attack right after, you want to cast your Q or another spell to prevent that delay from happening. So the next champion we're going to be talking about is Gragas, and I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen this one before, but anyways, so the idea of this one is going to be the same as Galio. You're going to want to cast your body slam first, and then you're going to want to flash into an enemy, surprising them and catching them off guard. Again, this is way better than flashing and then using your body slam since they can see it coming and potentially flash out of it. So if you do need to flash into an enemy and body slam into him, instead of doing that, do this trick. The next champion we're going to be showing is Graves, and he's got actually a lot of cool tricks. So the first trick we're going to be showing is that we can cancel any casting animation with our E. Basically, for any of your skills, all you have to do is while casting a spell, you can use your E at any given moment to just cancel it. So all combinations QE, WE, and RE do work. This is pretty good for, say, if you want to do some harass and not take any counter harass. So like you can cast your Q and then dash away from him. Just remember that your E does cost 40 mana, so think wisely before you do it. Alright, so the next one is going to be Buckshot Flash. Same concept as Galio, but this time it's a different champion. So basically what you're going to do is cast your Q and then flash. again catching an enemy off guard so that they don't flash when you cast your Q to avoid the damage. This trick also works with his ultimate, so basically what you're gonna do is cast your R and then flash. I mean, it already is pretty instant and it's kind of hard to flash away from it, but you know, less time for the enemy to react, so it's still good. So I prepared a short video for you guys to emphasize how important it is to cast your spells before you flash. Actually, the only reason I actually made that clip was because I wanted to give myself an excuse of including a clip of me killing double lift. So I do apologize if that video was kind of stupid. But anyways, let's get on with this actual video. So the next person we're going to do is Hecarim, and he's got actually a ton of tricks that I can show. So the first trick we're going to be showing is that you can get increased damage on your Q by charging with your E and then using your Q when you're about to hit them. This adds about like 20 or 30 damage to your Q, so it's actually pretty good when you're going on to someone. So the next trick we're going to be showing is that Hecarim can go over walls with his E now due to a recent patch. So there's a wall hop over here with the golems. Make sure that you hit the small golem at a given point, and also do make sure that Hecarim is beside it, as if you try to auto attack it, Hecarim will go another path instead of trying to go over the wall. Also do remember that you do need a ward on each of these camps to get to it, as you do need to right click the camps. And the next wall hop is going to be with the Grom. You actually don't need a ward on this one, you can just activate your W and go onto him, as he'll start aggroing you since he is a ranged camp. This also works with the blue buff, so just activate your W and then you'll start aggroing the little minions who are ranged, and then you can hop over it. The next one is going to be at the Raptor camp, and this one's actually going to be kind of tricky because there is a sweet spot to hit this little Raptor right here. It does take a while to get the hang of it, but I'm pretty sure once you do it enough times, you can probably do it on your first go in a real-time match. And the final last champion we're going to do is Heimer, and the only cool trick he has is the W flash. I don't think this trick is that useful since all the rockets are actually trying to be hitting that one spot where you put your cursor over, so it's probably best to do just flash W. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mechanics. And if you guys want to have more tips, check out this video of 12 new efficient jungler routes for all types of junglers, or even 15 tips on improving as a jungler. I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you next time.